All right. So, hello. This is the first time you see me on the recording, and today what we are going to do is that it's been a while since the last recording, so today we are going to record how to build the Vue.js application, just the default one, and then I will explain how Vue.js works, and yeah, then we can continue on uh, building some things with the Vue.js with help of Cursor and Claude. So let's first create a new folder, just just a new folder, and then we can try to open this new folder. Let me just deal with it here. Okay, we have it here. This is the new folder too, and yeah, everything's empty. So we just need to ask our Claude agent to help us build the Vue.js application. So let me just put in the prompt. Okay, and let's see what it does. Okay, it wants us to check the node version, which we have. All right, npm, okay. So it knows what versions we are running, so it could then install it. And now it should ask us another permission or no. Okay, it is installing it with the TypeScript. That's okay. Let's just wait. So it asks us what we should choose. To be honest, let's install. Okay, let's. All right, what does it do? Okay, it started installing it. I didn't choose any of those options because we don't need it right now. And let's just wait for like installing to finish. All right, so it has finished installing everything for us, and it just even gave us all the instructions how we need to like run it. You could also install it by using yarn, but this one used npm. So let's try. Let's try if it actually works. npm run dev. It should run the local dev server. Okay, it runs, but I want it on the port 3000. I'm used to it, so wait, why did not work? Strange. Okay, let's go to the config file. But first, let's check out that this actually works. And as you see, we have our basic application of Vue.js. We click here, it counts. That's because that's how it is on our application. I will shortly explain how it is happening. Let me just check something. So what I want to check is that like I don't want it running in the sport because I'm really used to port 3000. I'm not quite sure why this didn't work right now because it usually works like this, but probably we need to change the white config, and let's go to the white config. And here what we need to do is, yeah, it already suggests because it understands what we need to do here. So we put it like this and it does port 3000. And when I do this, like okay, yeah, when it does a suggestion, I just click on the tab. So that's how I like mm, how I type this, all of this. So let's try once more. Maybe it will work again. I don't know why it just did not suggest server. Okay, then leave this host true, port 3000, and I hope it works. No, wait, why? Okay, now it works. The command was not the correct one. I mean, this command. Okay, let me just close both of them, and let's cd to my view up, which will be this one. And now we can do npm run dev, and voila, we are running on localhost 3000. Now, if I go to this port, it doesn't work anymore, but we go to 3000, and here we are. So now let's go to let's check out how we are kind of how all of this works. What's the view itself? So as you might already know, Vue.js is a let's say my favorite my favorite front-end framework, and it's not kind of a big library as React. Like people call React also a framework, but to me it's more like a huge library than the framework itself. So yeah, I prefer Vue. So let's now just go through what we have here. So this is just VS Code. These are all the modules that we installed. We have public folder here with white SVG. Like icon, we can in this public folder we can put some lots of stuff. Let's say for now we don't need this, and this is the src, the source, from where we get those. Like here is the main styles, which we can use, but we can also use styles differently. I will explain it shortly. We have here the index HTML where we have this up, and to this ID up, everything is then mounted inside this. So we get it from here, main.js. You see, create up, mount up, view. So this is the wall up, which is displayed over here. And we also import the script. So what goes here? This is the application main file. Let's say it like that. And we are importing this hello world component from the components. And this is one of main cards of Vue that you can chunk down everything into smaller and smaller components and use them in the main file. So main file will be always let's say it will be more cleaner all the time. So what we want to do. Okay, so we don't need this. We don't need all of this here. But before we delete this, I could just explain how this kind of works. You see in this counter how it works. So we have this button, and there's a click attached to the button, this one, and on the click there's a count getting more and more. It is we add one by one to this count, and this count is displayed then on this button. So that's how we get this all the time. So that's easy. Now let's get rid of this component. Let's remove this hello world, And now we would have an error, I guess, right? Okay, we don't see anything, and if we get the console log opened, server response status, okay, so there's no hello world anymore. That is why. So what we need to do in this component, we don't have it anymore. So here we should stop importing this, and here we have it. We need to remove this out of the way. We need to move this out of the way. Also, I like when the script is here, not on the top, but over here. And let's change this template here. We also don't want to have this anymore. Okay, now if we type something here, we would, yeah, get it over here. Okay, we can also remove this styling because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so why this text is in the center? That's probably comes from the application styling that we have over here. Do we have somewhere? Yeah, probably it is the center thing. Yep. If we remove this, okay, it didn't change, then it would be the other one. At least I guess so. Yep, there you go. But the styling is not important right now, so we will just return it. And what we want to do is that we will create a new test component. Let's create a test component. Test component dot view. There we go. And what we are gonna do here, it's a test component, so let's just use this template like this. We have the suggestions already, test component, and instead of this, we just import test component over here, and we can just put test component like this, and there we go. We have the test component. And imagine you can do this even inside the components. Like you can nest components inside the components. And that nesting of the components inside one another helps to make it more understandable. I want to build something which will be which will have a couple of components and which will give us the chance to understand exactly how Vue operates, because there are props, there are events, there are emitting events, and lots of things are going on with Vue components when you can send the information inside the component or get the information with exposing some stuff, functions, and so on in the parent components. So there is a lot more to come with Vue.js and how all of this stuff works. I just wanted to record this a short video because it's been a while since I have done it. It was summer, I was traveling and so on. Yeah, I promise in 2 weeks there will be more. We will start building application. And okay, I will show you one more thing. Like, why do we have this style scoped here? We can also add SCSS, which allows us to write the write styles in a different manner. So let's give a class of test component, and here we have the test component background. Let's give it red, and okay, it suggested some styles. That's okay, but why we have this error? Let's check this out. Internal server error, properties dependencies are embed. Okay, we did not install it. Okay, it even suggests to install this. If it works, let's check. Because this allows us then to write such a code, which I find pretty helpful. Because you see, this gives you understanding where this component is nested. So that really helps later. Okay, let me just try this again. And now, yeah, now you see it works and how it looks. Also, there is one interesting thing about this styled component, which is scoped. If we have it scoped, then these styles only apply to this test component. And if you have something like test component 2 here, and you have some styles, like you have some common classes in test component 2, it would not be applied to the test component 2 because it only works for the test component 1, because this is scoped. We can go through this later on. For now, this is all we need. Again, sorry for the delay. The recording should come every 2 weeks, so I'll try to stick to the plan and see you in the next one. And you can try installing Vue.js and running this application on your own right now. Thanks for watching, and see you.